My channel, if y'all don't know, this is a channel called Ant Live where we react things daily. Today we got a kind of odd video. Not really odd, but out of the ordinary. Like, people wouldn't do this. Asking billionaires if they believe in God. I reacted to this video because I'm a firm believer in God. And everybody should believe in God and stay prayed up and have a relationship with God, you know. So let's get right into the video. Let's get into it, man.
I've interviewed nearly 50 billion.
Y'all believe in God? I hope y'all do. I hope my whole audience believes in God. And if y'all don't, I would like to know why, so I can inform you on why you should.
And I've asked every single one of them how they truly got rich and built their billion-dollar companies. But there's one question that I've never asked until now. Do they believe in God? So, over the next few days, I'm going to be traveling to some of the wealthiest hubs in America to interview millionaires and billionaires, from entrepreneurs to investors, to find out if the people at the very top believe their success came from hard work or something greater. So let's go find out if God made them rich.
I gotta add, y'all, my bad. But to say he said, did they hard work come? I mean, did they billions come from hard work or God? It has to come from both, because you can pray to God, but you can't do your part. You gotta meet Him halfway. You can't do your part, you know.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you.
No, sorry, mate.
Okay, real quick, sir. How did you get rich?
How did I get rich?
Yes, sir.
Worked hard.
And what line of business? What did you?
Tech.
What did you do in tech? Did you have a company?
I had several companies, yeah.
And gotta go. Wait, real quick. Did you end up selling that company?
I did end up
You
selling
did?
it, yeah.
How much did you sell it for?
A lot of money.
Was it 9 figures?
It was several hundred million. Yeah. Never planned to be wealthy, just planned to avoid being poor.
Thank you, my
Good luck,
Have a
guys.
great day, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, how did you get rich? Sir, I grew a channel to 21 million followers. I've interviewed over 47 billionaires in the last 4 years. How did you get rich, sir? What did you do? All right, sir. Have a good day. Sir, how did you get rich?
See, I feel like if and when I get this rich, I won't never deny anybody questions, because like, I learned from somebody. Why can't somebody learn from me? You know.
Real quick, sir, how did you get rich? I interview successful people to help the younger generation. Guys, we cannot get these people to stop for a second of their time. The millionaires and billionaires out here are just pressing forward. It's because we're in Austin, Texas right now. There's over 10 billionaires that live here, making this a top 10 city for billionaire residents in all of America. And the amount of millionaires that live in Austin doubled in the last decade alone, and we found that out today. So this video is going to be a challenge to get these millionaires and billionaires to stop and talk to us, to give us the game. Forget if they believe in God, but you know the rules. We don't stop until we get the game from you. So come with us. Let's see who we can find. How you doing, man?
I like how inspired I would say he is to get to this question.
Super familiar.
I interviewed the billionaires.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you, how did you get rich?
Investing.
And what type of businesses?
We invest in critical technology companies with veterans on the leadership team. I run the veteran fund.
So were you a veteran?
I am, yeah.
Thank you for your
Marines.
service,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
What's the number one lesson that the military taught you about leadership that you give to anybody in business right now?
The reason we invest in veterans, they have leadership, resilience, and a sense of purpose. They know why they're doing what they do. At the early stage, when you're a startup founder, it's hard. You need that resilience, you need that grit to carry on.
How did you get into investing in businesses? Like, after the military, did you start running
There's so much ways to get money in this world. Like, I know some people have setbacks, some people have minor setbacks, and some people start from somewhere. But there's so much ways to get money. All you gotta do is start. Like, that's literally all you have to do is start.
companies? Did you get into entrepreneurship, or what was kind of your turning point from military to now investing in businesses?
Yeah, so after the Marines, did my undergrad. As soon as I finished college, started my first business in the health and wellness space. I have 120 companies right now that I'm in my personal portfolio.
Let me ask you this: across your companies, in terms of total revenue, what was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Across the board, billions. Yeah.
Did you ever doubt yourself?
Of course.
You did.
Yeah.
How did you get over that? How did you find self-belief to come out and become the successful?
You have 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. I came to this country when I was 5 years old. First generation immigrant. We came to this country with nothing. Nothing. In one generation, my parents chased and lived the American dream. My sister went to Stanford. My other sister's a doctor in neuroscience. My little brother went to Berkeley, worked at Palantir, now works at OpenAI. That was my path.
You said, like how I just said, like some people have minor setbacks. He said he came to America when he was 5 years old. And within that first year, I think he said, his parents was living an American dream. You know, when people come from across country, they come to America with nothing. So that's what I would consider a minor setback. So he's really living proof.
I joined the Marines because I knew it was my responsibility. I love this country. Just like the Marines, the veteran fund to me is my responsibility. So whether there's doubt or not, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. You can't fail when you know why you're here. This is God's plan.
You believe in God?
Of course.
You believe in Jesus? Are you a Christian?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
How important has that faith been for you throughout your
God's plan for him. Look, he came to America, started from a minor setback. When he was 5 years old, his parents made their way, and within a year, I think he said he grew up, joined the Marines, and the Marine funds that was funding him. He was like, "Well, I can do this." Boom, he did it, got rich. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'll tell you this, every day I grow deeper in my faith. And that doesn't mean that I don't wrestle with God. In fact, the service I went to a couple weeks ago, they talked about, by definition, if you're wrestling with God, you are closer to God. If you're accepting everything that you hear, everything you read, and you're yes, 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 and you think you're living a godly life and you're not questioning in some way, you're not wrestling with God.
Yeah.
So I think I continue to wrestle with God. I continue to ask the questions that I think are important to me, things I may disagree with at times, but I'm always growing deeper in that faith through that process.
Do you read a lot
He
of books?
explained
You
it
seem so
very, very
full of
well.
knowledge. Do you read a lot of books?
Yeah, I went through the deep spiritual journey, man.
You did?
Yeah, I mean, you name a personal development book, a business book, I've probably read it.
What was the #1 book that changed your life?
I come back to The Alchemist. To me, why I love entrepreneurship, why I love investing. Entrepreneurship is modern day alchemy. What I mean by that is you are taking an idea, something that doesn't exist, and you're making it real. You are envisioning a way you want to see the world, and you are creating something from nothing. Everything you're doing
Exactly
right
what
now. This was an
entrepreneurship is.
idea, and it's real now. Modern
That's
day
what I'm
alchemy.
saying.
The Alchemist.
If you decided to start a reaction channel, that's something that you think would be important to the world, and something that you can make money off of, and something you potentially change your whole lifestyle around, and then you can branch off and do other things.
That's beautiful. How old are you now?
41.
41 years old. If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
I'm going to tell you right now, this is my life ethos. This is something I created. This is something I created over a decade ago, and it's 3 simple words. We all know Dr. Bronnie Ware, right? Top 5 regrets of the dying. If you don't remember, she palliative care nurse, right? Studying patients in the last 8 weeks of life. The #1 regret of the dying is I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. If people are on their deathbed saying,
thing. I know I'm pausing a lot, but this is the video that you really have to react to. A lot of people live their life based off other people's opinions. A lot of people don't live their life with God and doing what they want to do. Just like exactly what he's saying. And that regret book, she or whatever people, I guess, regret is not living the lifestyle they wanted to live. They live their life based off other people's opinions and what other people are doing. That's why comparison is a thief of joy.
that they wish they had a courage to live a life true to themselves. How about we don't wait to be on our deathbed to actually have the courage to live a life that we care about? So it's not thinking about it, it's not talking about it, it's actually doing it. And so for me, do great things is my ethos, has been, will be, until the day I die. And you know, that's part of God's plan. I hope I'm here a lot longer, but if not, I feel like I've done great things and I'll continue to do that, and I'm grateful for every day I wake up.
Brother, you have amazing advice, my friend. Thank you for your time, man. That was excellent, man. And I connect with all the millionaires and billionaires I interview. Could I get your contact?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Alright, yo.
Thank you for your time, man. That was excellent, man. And I connect with all the millionaires and billionaires I interview. Could I get your contact?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Guys, that was an incredible interview. It does not get any better than that. My guy comes up to me and says, yo, you look familiar. I told him I'm the guy that interviews the billionaires, so we had to run it. He's done billions in his career, from the Marine Corps to now investing in companies. He owns 120 companies. But what did he say there towards the end, man? He believes in God and he gets closer to God every single day. But he said you're not going to truly grow your relationship with God unless you're wrestling with God every day. Incredible interview, incredible philosophy on faith. We got to keep this thing rolling and go get this next interview, guys. Come on.
And
Mind if I
surrender
get a
to
picture
God.
real quick?
What's that?
Mind if I get a picture real quick?
Sure, that's fine, right?
Oh, dang.
Hey, you interview billionaires, right?
What's that?
You interview billionaires.
Yeah.
The guy
You're
he's
missing the
throwing
richest guy here.
If I get a picture real quick?
Sure, that's
Look at his
fine.
face, look at his face.
Oh, dang.
Hey, you interview billionaires, right?
What's that?
Oh.
You interview billionaires.
Yeah.
You're missing the richest guy here.
Who?
My dad.
He's here right now.
He's here. My
What did
father's
he
here
do?
right now? He's in healthcare. Sold the company for a lot of money.
How much?
Almost $500 million.
$500 million. You want to get him real
That's
quick?
a lot
I
of
can
money.
grab him right now.
Bring him out here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey, $500 million is crazy.
It's a lot of money.
$500 million is crazy.
5 years ago?
Sir, How did you get rich?
What's that?
How did you get rich? What'd you do?
I've built some healthcare businesses.
Healthcare companies.
Yes.
What was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
5 years ago, we sold a business for 460 million that we started from scratch.
Almost $500 million.
Sounds right.
So he wasn't lying.
He wasn't.
Hey, can I interview you for a minute? I interview billionaires all over the world to help the younger
Man, it's so
generation.
much,
With pleasure.
There's so much rich people in the world, but there's so much poor people in the world, or there's so much middle class people in the world. But I feel like a lot of the middle class people are people from before my generation that think, well, I can't even say that because a lot of rich people, well, a lot of young people are getting rich now, but a lot of rich people are older people that decided to start with their ideas and start from some type of entrepreneurship and take that leap.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Did you come from a lot of money? Did you come from a rich family?
No, I grew up, we spent some time living in a car, grew up in South Africa, struggled, father kicked
Yeah,
us out the
okay,
house, we had to live all sorts of places, and so to come and experience the American dream has been incredible.
Is the American dream still alive and well?
Oh
I
my
have a real question. Anybody that's outside of the country and moved into this country, or anybody in America, do y'all believe that the American dream is real? A lot of people be like, the American dream. What exactly is the American dream to some people that may be out there that's wanting to come to America? And what this type of dream that y'all see, like, do y'all believe, do the people that in America believe when they say somebody outside the country, oh, I want to live the American dream, what do you look at them and think to yourself when they say that? That's what I want to know.
gosh, it is real, it is alive, and I'm surrounded by people who are living it. I'm the
Well, I
poorest
guess you
of
gotta
my
surround
friends,
people.
believe it or not.
I mean, you
So-
got to surround
yourself
yourself
with
around
rich
people who
people.
want to
Absolutely.
get
You need people that
and
can
get
help you
rich.
grow, help you
But
get
you are
past
who
where
you
you
are.
are today. I don't want that to be my greatest success. I want to have a bigger impact, build bigger businesses, help more people.
I love that. Is this your son, right? This is your son.
This is my boy, Clint Jr.
Yeah.
Clint
He calls me
Jr.
Little Clint now because he's outgrown me.
Let me ask you this right here. Do you believe in God?
I sure do. I'm a devout Christian. I owe everything I have to Jesus Christ, and it's been the journey of a lifetime.
Man, I love to
You're
hear
not
that.
afraid to say that either.
No, I mean,
love
I'm
to
so
hear that people
grateful.
believe
How can
God.
I not mention it? To think that I did
Jesus
this by
Christ.
myself would be a huge mistake.
So how did you know God was real?
Well, he showed up for me again and again. I grew up, even though we didn't know where we could live, there was always the sense that
That's
God
it. That's
had
what I'm
a
looking
bigger
for right there.
purpose, that he had a plan, that he loved me. So it just gave me confidence to start a business, to take a risk, to know that there was the favor of God coming behind me and going ahead of me.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom? Because you mentioned that you slept in a car at one point in your life. What was your turning point to financial freedom early on?
Well, you know, it really all came at the same time. I was working, getting about $120,000 salary, trying to put this guy through private school and give my 3 kids the best of opportunities. And we didn't know if we were really going to make it in financial.
I feel like a lot of people that come from nothing, when they grow older and have kids, their mindset is, I always want my kids to have what I didn't have and experience what I didn't get to experience. So I'm gonna bust my ass and do everything that I can to make sure my kid gonna have everything in the world. What do y'all think about that? I think that is very, very, like, that's a mindset that people that haven't came from nothing, that's a mindset that they have indulged in their head. If they have a kid, their kid's gonna have everything in this world, and that is what helped them get rich too.
Freedom came one day in a massive check.
What was the amount?
Well, the business sold for 460 million. I owned about half.
You own about half the company, so you're worth well into the 9 figures.
You know, more than I deserve, and I'm just getting started.
How do you feel about
What is
AI?
that?
Oh man, very exciting. I mean, scared. I think everybody has to have a healthy
Very,
fear
like-
of just how much change it can cause so quickly. But in healthcare, we're jumping on it and say, hey, if we can help more people in a less expensive way, make a bigger
Down to
difference in
earth.
their life, we are going to
Alright.
be in the very center
down
of
to
it.
So you're using AI in all your businesses.
Absolutely.
Have you heard about Plot AI?
Yes.
You have? Is this right here?
Okay.
This records all of my conversations, all my meetings. So that way, literally, it transcribes it for you and it tells you everything that you need to know from it.
That's
Wow.
phenomenal. That's a great use case of AI.
This is Plot's newest note taker, and all the people in my company, I make sure that they have one.
That's something I could put on all of our doctors.
Everybody. But every entrepreneur having a business, they need to have one.
Absolutely. In
feel
the
like I
business
do
of information, all of us are in the business of extracting
If y'all
information. We're
seeing
trying to
this,
find those
I gotta close
nuggets.
it,
With
man. I don't know, this video might get one video might get 10,000 views. But if you're seeing this and I got a clothing brand, you know, kind of entrepreneurship, I'm just give myself a shout out. Aurea.dux, AUREA.DUX on Instagram. Y'all go follow that, and if you like them, what's out? Shop.
They're in healthcare, where they're learning from people. I'm
subscribe.
trying to get better
Subscribe.
every day, so I love the idea of that.
How old is your son right here?
He is 21.
21.
Yes.
So if you had to give him one piece of advice to become a millionaire in today's
y'all
world, what would you tell
listen.
him?
My boy, understand your God-given purpose and go after it with all your heart. That's it.
And then surround yourself with
But how
one
do I
book.
know my God-given purpose? You want me to answer that for y'all? You know your God-given purpose when it's something that you may not have been wanting to do, but then you do it, and then you grow a love for it, and the love so deep for it that you start praying for it, that you start fasting for it, that you start asking God, what should I do about this? What should I do about that? What should I? It may or may not be something you start with. Usually, a lot of people, like for me, I started with this, but I kind of strayed away from it, and then it's like I did it again, and it's like I got this deep passion and need for it. Like it feels like I need to be doing this. You will feel it. Like you definitely will feel your God-given purpose, and then you would want to pray about it. It will bring you closer to God. That's what I feel like. How you would know this is your God-given purpose.
The billionaires.
Oh my gosh, you need to surround yourself with incredible people. If
They all
your
gonna say
friends think you're amazing, you're in the wrong circle. I like to be in the room where I'm the least most important person. Then I know I'm in the right room because my gosh, I'm gonna learn. My investors, they're not impressed by me. Sure, some of them got 75x in their first investment. They're not impressed. They're waiting to see what I do next. They're like, you better prove yourself,
So
buddy.
you can't get comfortable is what you're saying.
I can't get
Can't
comfortable.
get-
I
you
listen
can't
to
get
a book
complacent.
a week. I listen to podcasts.
What was the #1 book that changed your life?
Obviously the Bible. Second to the Bible, purpose-driven life. In the first words of the book, it starts with, it's not about you. Game changer. Because everybody...
I only know this. Bible, basic instruction before leaving Earth. That's what you can say the Bible stands for. In the Bible, it tells you how to get rich. It literally tells you how to get rich and grow with your, like, it's crazy. But y'all just gotta read up. Just read up.
He's telling you, you are the most important thing, you're so amazing, all those
Yeah, you
pieces.
can't
No,
have
it's
people
not
telling you
about
that.
you. It's about something much bigger. If
Much
you
bigger.
really want to change the world, you got to understand, it's not about you. I'm the least important. It's about...
Hello, I know I'm talking a lot in this video, but I thought this is definitely a video that I need to react to. I have so much input to say on this video. I don't know. I love this video so much.
what I can do for others.
Did you face a lot of rejection when you were starting out?
Oh my gosh, rejection just starts to become the norm. In fact, if there's a day you haven't been rejected, you're like, I'm probably not trying things. When you're looking for success, you're going to make a lot of people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They don't like the fact that you're reading more, working harder, trying harder, taking more risks. People don't like that. So it's easier to reject you, push.
Look, I know, but listen when I say this. A lot of people, when they see you trying new things, when they seeing you taking that leap, and when they seeing you, it's really a lot of the older generation that's working 9 to 5s. If you go to your job and you tell, and the person be like, oh, I've been doing this for 50 years, I got my 401k set up, and I'm this, that, and the third, and they be like, what you want to do with this company? And you tell them, I got a plan, I want to be an entrepreneur, they gonna tell you right now that it ain't gonna work. But it's important for you to keep going, and it's important for you not to share your dreams and ideas with everybody or like-minded people, because everybody don't have the right set of mind, and work are very, very powerful, because they can just be like, they not, the older generation that work 9 to 5, they don't want to hear nothing about you starting yourself. And that just reminded me of something somebody said to me while I was at work. That's why I don't tell nobody nothing anymore. Everybody ain't got the mindset you do, or everybody ain't wishing for you to do good.
You away. You have to expect to hear no every day. If you aren't hearing no and
gotta
feeling
expect to see
embarrassed,
zero.
you ain't trying.
You can't worry about what people think about you.
I like to say when you're 20, you're worried about what people are going to think. At 40, you stop worrying what people think. At 60, you realize they weren't even thinking about you in the first place. So I'm adopting that 60-year-old
I
mindset
realize
and
that
trying to
now.
really act on that sooner.
I love that. You have amazing advice, sir.
Thank you
Outside,
very much.
having that
You pulled it out of
2-minute
I
conversation with
connect
them
with all the
after that,
millionaires and
they
billionaires
don't
that
care
you.
about
Could
you
I
at
get your contact?
Absolutely.
But they see
Guys, we
blood,
just
they
interviewed a
don't say
guy
what
who
they
sold his company for not 1, not 2, not 3, but $460 million. And he could not have made it more clear. He said AI is the most important thing all entrepreneurs need to be adapting
I was
right
gonna
now.
watch
Oh,
it.
what's crazy is because when I asked him if he'd ever heard of Plot, he said they're already using it. Have you heard about Plot AI?
Yes.
And honestly, it makes perfect sense, because one of the things that I've realized after interviewing hundreds of founders is this. The best insights happen in conversations, but most people forget 90% of them. And that is exactly why I started wearing this Plod Note Pin right here. It's a small wearable device built specifically for capturing conversations, just like the one I had. I can capture meetings, interviews, conversations anywhere, and it turns them into transcripts, summaries, key insights, and action steps. And if you want the more advanced version, this is the Plod Note Pro, which even works for phone calls. Same idea, but built for people who are in conversations all day. Founders, operators, and investors who want a more powerful device for capturing and organizing everything. So instead of trying to remember everything, Plod captures it and organizes the insights for you. You can literally go back months later and find the exact moment that someone shared an idea that could change your business. So if you want to check it out now, all you have to do is go down and click the link in the description of this video and use our code SOHKPLOD to get 10% off your Plod device. Now with that being said, let's get back to the video.
That was a long promo. I never
Excuse
had
me,
y'all
sir.
that.
Sir,
Smoke ad that yeah.
how old were you when you became a millionaire?
Probably around 22.
22. So you made it young.
I was very fortunate and blessed.
And what line of business were you in, man? Like, how did you get rich that early?
I played sports. I was fortunate to get drafted by the Denver Broncos in the NFL.
You were in the NFL.
I was.
And what's your
He
name?
didn't
My
realize
name's
who he
Tim
was talking
Tebow.
to.
Man, I go
Maybe
all
he
over the world
did.
interviewing
Maybe he
millionaires and
did.
billionaires to help the younger generation. Can I get a minute with you for the channel real quick?
Yeah, of course.
You were an NFL player. How long were you in the NFL?
I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 years, something like that, and then bounce around to a bunch of different teams.
Over those 5 years in the
Yeah.
NFL, what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
I think of somewhere between like 5 and 10 million or something. I can't even remember. Yeah,
Do you believe in God?
I do.
How did you know God was real?
A lot of reasons. I think when you look at the evidence of the Bible, the evidence of the cross, the evidence of the resurrection, all of that is overwhelming. You get to see what God has done around the world. You get to see testimonies. You get to see the evidence of the disciples all being willing to give their lives,
And
if
the crazy thing
necessary,
about
for
that
this
is-
man that had radically changed.
It seems like every so often something that's in the Bible, maybe like a tombstone or somebody, or like an object that they were using, it pops up in the world somewhere, and people still decide not to believe in God or read their Bible.
Your life, and before the resurrection, you know, so many were doubting, and afterwards their faith was so bold. And so I think when you look at all of that, you're really going to choose to believe that nothing created all of this. And I think that takes a whole lot more
That's
faith
all-
than to believe that there
yeah.
is a creator that loves us,
That's
that created
also
us
like-
in his image, on purpose and for a purpose, created us in love, by love, and for love, and that he loves us so much that he sent his son on the greatest love story rescue mission of all time to do for us what we could not do for ourselves.
So you believe in Jesus?
I do.
You're not afraid to say that either?
No, I'm not. I'm so grateful for him that we get to know
A
him
lot of-
in
I
a
feel like a
personal
lot
way,
of
because our God's
billionaires
not just all
believe in
powerful,
God,
he's
but a lot
also
of
all
people don't.
personal.
Now, for the people watching, a lot of them
Yeah.
know you as an NFL player, but after your career, you're doing something right now that nobody else is doing. What are you doing right now?
We're trying to fight back against the greatest evils in the world, and that is human trafficking, child exploitation, and child sacrifice.
How crazy is that for people that don't understand just the magnitude and the scale that's
I
at?
think it's the greatest evil in the world today. There's 50+ million people that are being trafficked right now. There's
50+
more than
million
400
people
million that
being
will be exploited
trafficked
and abused around the
right
world this
now.
year. It is truly one
Plus
of the worst
400
evils in the
million
world. It's not
being
just over there.
abused.
It's not, you know, the movie Taken. It is right here in our communities, in our backyard, in
people have
every
no idea.
community.
We have no idea.
Truly, so many times we really do have
That-
no
that's-
idea.
Thank you for what you do, man, because not
Thank
a lot
you
of
so
people are
much.
outspoken like
Thank
man.
you for sharing. Thanks for giving me this time to share. I so appreciate it.
3 quick last ones
Yes.
for you real quick. Tim, I'm going to challenge you.
Sure.
Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever
Oh my
had.
gosh.
What is the greatest piece of advice that you received throughout your career?
That's very difficult to give one piece of advice, but the greatest form of tragedy is being successful at everything that doesn't matter.
Wow.
And I do
I've
believe
never
that
heard
so
that.
many times, and I've screwed up
Be
on this so
successful.
much in my life. I've been chasing things that
successful
just don't matter. But we
at-
can take that success
Everything that don't matter.
and we can use it for things that really matter.
Which is what you're doing now.
That's what we're trying to do.
How old are you now?
38. I had to think about it for a second.
Tim, if me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Jesus is either a liar, a lunatic, or he's Lord. That was something C.S. Lewis came up with many years ago, but it's still just as profound today. That I would encourage the next generation. Seek, go and see if he's really who he says he is, if he's really who he claims to be. And then I would say, man, make your life count, make it matter for things that are really important. It's so easy to get get caught up like I have in this rat race of just the next thing. But at the end of our lives, those things aren't going to really matter. You're not going to be thinking, man, look at that one more deal, that one more business, that one more company. When our life is over, are we going to be more focused about the inheritance or the legacy we left? Because inheritance is what you leave for someone, but I believe legacy is what you leave in someone.
Tim, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
You have beautiful advice, sir.
Thank you. Never heard
God
that
bless
one.
you, dude. Thanks for what you're doing.
I connect with everyone I interview. Could I get your contact?
Yeah, of course.
Guys, we just interviewed legend
Everybody
Tim
that's
Tebow,
talking,
man.
they believe
He
in
went from
God.
making millions of
I feel
dollars in the
so
NFL,
deep
like
what
he
they
said,
say.
to dedicating his life to an even
understand
greater
exactly
cause. It's
what
all
they're
about
saying.
legacy for him. That's what it's all about. Phenomenal interview. Yes, the man believes in God. Yes, the man believes in Jesus. But we got to keep this thing rolling and go get this next interview out here, you guys. Come on. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. Question for you. Who's the richest person here? Who's the richest person here?
I mean, have you heard of PepsiCo?
Pepsi, like the soda company?
Yeah, we may or may not have sold our company to them for $2 billion.
You sold a company for $2 billion?
Yeah, no big deal.
So you guys are business partners.
Business partners, life partners. We've been married 12 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I go all over the world interviewing billionaires to help the younger generation. Can I get a minute with you for the channel real quick?
Yeah, but quick because we have to head out.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
So you guys are married.
We are, yes, and partners, and I wouldn't change it.
Yeah, 12 years, 3 kids, 3 boys. It's insane.
What is your
Damn,
one
look that old.
non-negotiable as business partners that keeps the marriage together? You see a lot of couples maybe going to business together and it kind of ends it. What's the principle you guys have at the foundation of your relationship?
I think it's trust.
Trust.
If you don't trust one another to do what they say they're going to do, and if you don't show up
Oh,
and do the
that's
things
so
that you say
defensive.
you're going to do, like, it doesn't happen.
You also have
Somebody
to
look
have
that
a
up, come back
common
to the video,
goal.
let me know.
Purpose is really big in business and in life. We sold our company. We have all sorts of money to do whatever we want, but freedom doesn't equal purpose. So I think even though we sold our company, we're not done. We're not going to retire.
You're not going to retire?
No.
So even though you had that $2 billion exit, you guys are going to keep on building companies.
I mean, we can't play golf all day.
My golf game sucks. And I think we think about it like we're not retired. We're in this phase of like preferment. We get to work with who we want, on what we want, and when we want to do it. It's like a total freedom and a total unlock. It's amazing.
Have you guys ever been broke before?
Yeah, we were broke in the beginning. There was this one amazing moment where we were like 6 months into the business. We just had our first kid, started the business, just moved to Dallas from working on the road in our previous careers, and I didn't know how we were going to afford our mortgage. I never told her this at the time, but honestly, our mortgage was due, and literally like a day before the mortgage was due, I got a check in the mail. It was a refund from the government. They basically gave us a tax refund because we had a kid that we didn't claim as a dependent, and they said, hey, listen, you're too broke. You need to claim this as a dependent. We're going to give you some money back. And it was almost to the penny of what our mortgage was. And it was like this amazing unlock to say,
That's
like,
God
God is paving the
right
way
there.
for us, and this was a sign for us to keep going.
It was by any means necessary. You were going to make it happen.
100%. I think one of the most important things is everybody wants what people can't have or what people don't have. But the question is are you willing to do what others won't do to get it? I don't think a lot of people will. Like, people want balance in their life, but to be an entrepreneur and have the things that others can't get, like, there's no balance.
I want to
Ain't no
challenge
balance being
you.
an
Take me back to the
entrepreneur,
most
'cause
life-changing.
You could be at 0 and go to 100. You could be at 100, go to 1,000. You could be at 1,000, go to 100,000. You could be at 100,000, go back down to 0. Right? But it's all what you do with it to keep and to keep your mind like always, and not being afraid to fail.
Conversation you both ever had. But what's the greatest piece of advice that you've received throughout your career?
You're gonna love this one.
Oh no.
Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what it takes
That's
to
my
build and
basketball
scale a
coach used to
business.
tell
There's
me.
gonna be a lot of uncomfortable moments. Don't shy away from those uncomfortable moments. Really lean into them, because as she
Get
said, that's where growth
comfortable
happens.
being
Sometimes you can get really embarrassed in those moments because you don't know what you're doing. You feel like you're in over your head, but just get comfortable with the fact that things are going to be uncomfortable along the way and just make it happen anyways.
How old are you all today?
I'm 38.
39.
39?
Yeah.
So you're a little bit older.
A little bit older. A little bit older, a little bit wiser.
Hey, way wiser.
So let me ask y'all this. If the three of us died tomorrow and you could leave one more message with the younger generation, leave one more message with your children right here, what would that be?
Well, I think it was Steve Jobs that said this. Like, this world was created by people no smarter than you and I. And so if you have a dream, like, you're smart enough, you're capable enough, like, just put in the work and go get it.
Embarrassment is the most underexplored emotion when it comes to success. You have to go out there and make a fool of yourself, because once you make a fool of yourself, then comes refinement, then comes clarity, then comes
I've
confidence.
never
A lot of
heard
people
that.
ask,
This world was created. Look at the dude. This world was created, like all these buildings, these houses was, and people getting money was created by nobody really smarter than us. So why can't you do it? I've never heard that one.
why are you so confident, Allison? I was not always this confident. I embarrassed myself repeatedly until I learned and gained confidence.
like
So
you
go make a
embarrass
fool of
yourself.
yourself.
You guys have amazing advice.
And if you embarrass yourself a lot, at some point you're gonna be able to get to the point where you can try something and not be embarrassed. I'm not gonna say not care what nobody think, But if somebody think to laugh at you or do this and do all that with you, yeah, you already know what embarrassing feel like. So like, it'll be like, whatever, next idea.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
This was
for
fun,
your
man.
time. I appreciate that. And I connect with all the billionaires that I interview. Can I get you guys' contact?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, that's a wrap on today's video, man. I need you guys to stop right now, like, subscribe for amazing content coming every week to the School of Hard Knocks. But let's go
Man. Oh, what are you about to say?
a step further. If you go down right now.
Oh, he's just promoting. But look, that was a great video. Great video. If y'all like my reaction, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to leave a like, comment something, comment your favorite part of this video, and comment if you believe in God or not, because you should. And until next time.